Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Krystal, a health and fitness coach and new mom, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 most asked questions about my postpartum journey. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified when I drop these videos. With that said, let's jump in. Bye. Question number one comes from Lena. She asked, are you back to your pre-pregnant size and weight? I am not. I am still about 6 to 8 pounds heavier than I was pre-pregnancy, and honestly, I'm okay with it. In the first 2 weeks of giving birth, I dropped the first 20, and then it's taken me like 6 months to drop the last 15. So it's been a very slow, very gradual decline. And honestly, I haven't been rushing it. I haven't been cutting my calories. I haven't really been intermittent fasting. It's just been slow and steady, letting the weight kind of come off. Question number two comes from Alexis. She said, how do you accept the new changes with your postpartum body, and were you scared? I hate to say this right now, but I was really concerned with the after effects of what would happen and how would my body handle that. I will also say that when I was pregnant, really understanding the power of my mindset, needing to shift it into an empowered state. I love taking little sticky notes of affirmations and putting them up all over my house. Anytime I open a cupboard, there's like an affirmation there. I'm just constantly feeding my mind and refocusing on how I want to feel, outcomes I want to experience, one choice at a time. Question number three comes from, I don't even know how to pronounce this, SDYCK 31. What is something you know now you wish someone would have told you before? What I wish I knew and someone would have told me was, I wish I would have known how much I wasn't going to be able to show up in my business, having that endurance. It was really hard for me to be able to step back and not produce the output that I want to. And so having to kind of slow things down and be okay with it was something I didn't want to do, but once I finally accepted it, once I finally gave myself some compassion and some grace, I was able just to kind of take off so much pressure, and that was a really big thing. Another thing I wish that I would have known is how fun babies are and how amazing it is becoming a parent. Next question from LM Jarman. What is a realistic goal for when I should be back to my baseline workout wise? They say it takes 9 months to grow a baby, it takes 9 months to recover from a baby. I am 6.5 months postpartum, almost 7, like closer to the 7-month postpartum, and I'm still not doing plyometric movements. I'm not jumping, I'm not running, I'm not jogging or jump rope or anything really high impact like that. Doing more walking, more weighted vests, more baby wearing, strength training, but very low impact cardio. You should definitely talk with your doctor and make sure you're okay to be cleared, especially if you're noticing just kind of any leaking. Definitely talk to your doctor, because there's things that you can do like pelvic floor rehab to really support your body in that healing process. You definitely want to address that muscle and help strengthen it before you kind of layer on more physical movement. My biggest tip is just walk, 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 wear that baby, stretch, and you'll be on your way. Next question I got was from Madeline Villages. She said, best workouts to start postpartum. I would say walking. As long as you feel good, as long as your doctor's okay, you want to get up and you want to move, because that is going to help your body begin to heal. And that even meant walking around the house if I didn't want to be outside so much. Just getting up, moving, making sure I wasn't just laying in bed or sitting for extended periods of time. Swimming is amazing for you. It's low impact on your joints. It's actually like the best thing you can do. But also flexibility training, because you can get extremely tight and rounded in your upper back, in your chest, especially from nursing and breastfeeding. So flexibility to really focus on opening the chest, keeping the hips nice and loose, doing your figure fours, doing your forward folds. All that's really going to be really helpful, and as well as strengthening your chest. So wall push-ups, I did a lot of that initial phase when I kind of began bringing some movement back in. Another thing that you definitely want to identify as soon as you can begin your fitness routine remember, getting cleared by your doctor is you want to start focusing on building your glutes, because as you're holding the baby, we tend to develop a really poor posture, again, with the rounding of the shoulders, tucking the tailbone to like jolt the hips forward to support the baby like on your belly, and it tucks your glutes. And what that does is it makes your hamstrings tight, it goes all the way down to your calves, it goes all the way down to your ankles, and it really tightens up the whole back side of your body, leads to tight hip flexors, leads to a tight low back, and leads to a deactivated lower abdominal. So making sure when you're standing with baby with a soft bend in your knees and just kind of bouncing even like side to side to help activate glutes was one of my favorite things to do. Next question, Brittany Morgan asked, what is a scrub I used for the stretch marks? So I used a combination for a body moisturizer that I talked about on my last video, where I combined frankincense, manuka oil, and lavender mixed with jojoba and coconut oil. And I created my own little moisturizer body lotion that I rubbed on some stretch marks that I was developing from engorgement on my left breast. That was really fun. And I had them for several months, but I looked and they went away. And those were really the only stretch marks that I kind of developed, as well as a little bit on my glutes, but really not that bad. And I didn't actually notice those until I filmed my 6-month postpartum body update. Again, with stretch marks, what I want to say is stretch marks very much are genetic. So I knew that. And I wasn't buying stretch mark cream or any of that stuff. I just focused on taking collagen, drinking water, eating healthy foods, and applying a daily moisturizer with essential oils that are really great for your skin. Always use therapeutic grade essential oils. Don't buy the cheap stuff. Gotta invest in yourself. Rachel Marie asked, are you going to do a postpartum or pregnancy program? Yes, I am going to do a pregnancy and postpartum program. I shared that I did and filmed a total of 15 workouts when I was 8 months pregnant. I did it over Valentine's Day weekend. And we have them and we're just editing them and deciding when we're gonna launch them. But they are gonna be coming very soon, so stay tuned. Discovering My Dream asked, how do you balance being an entrepreneur and being a mom? That is something I'm still figuring out, but I have put together a bunch of hacks. So here are some tips that I put in place that have helped me. Instead of just scrolling on Instagram or social media for 30 to 45 minutes when I'm just sitting there nursing Andara, I was actually making them work blocks. So the first block I would catch up on emails or text messages, and the second work block I would actually go into a meeting with my team, and then the third block would be a like work block or whatever I needed to catch up on, etc. Another tip, waking up before Andara wakes up so that I get me time. This is when I do my workouts, when I stretch, when I meditate, I journal, I pull my affirmation cards. This is very much the 2 to 3 hour window. Yes, 2 to 3 hour window. I have one. I wake up at 5, I wake up Andara around 7:30, 7:45. This is time for me to set an intention for the day, to fill up my cup first so that I can be an amazing mom, I can be an amazing partner to Miles, I can show up for my business, show up for my team, show up for all of you guys on all the platforms that I have. It's hard. Fuck yeah, it's hard to like wake up early, especially when I'm tired or we have like a late night, but I know that when I don't wake up, I really feel the effects. I really suffer. My energy is down if I do not have spiritual time, if I do not have physical movement in my day. It drastically affects the rest of my day and my mood and my mindset. So it really is a priority for me. Insert a disclaimer. If you are in the newborn phase and your baby is not sleeping through the night, this does not apply to you. It is once the baby is sleeping through the night that you can really kind of feel more rested and get a little bit more on a routine. Take advantage of that time when baby goes down. So we implemented a couple things we call the 2-minute tidy. We go through the house at nighttime and spend 2 minutes doing a super surface level clean, organizing, putting dishes away, running the dishwasher, anything that needs to happen so that we can wake up. The house is done, it's taken care of. We can focus on baby, we can focus on business, we can focus on ourselves and each other. Not necessarily in that order. I want to show women you can have a great life and you don't need to be scared. You can still shine bright, baby and all, rock a business, have a life that you love, and just feel good on the inside out. And so that is what I'm hoping that you guys got out of this YouTube video. And I hope that you found some value. I hope that you found a tip that you can apply to your life today and make one positive change toward living a life that you love. So please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified when I drop the next video, and don't forget to make today amazing. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.